Janika Leoste. Janika, can you tell me a bit about yourself?
Thank you. It's great to be here because I'm not a typical researcher. Rather, I've been in industry and I have just joined the academia 7 years ago, and now I feel how my interdisciplinary research can contribute to the whole body of the research.
Okay, well, tell us about your research.
Yeah, okay. I'm here to tell about how to write academic papers by using generative AI, but usually I'm worried about non-verbal behavior and human-robot interaction of social service robots, robot assistants, and telepresence robots, and I also do IT didactics. So as we say in Estonia, how to support students not to go to the industry and get paid higher and just finish their course.
Okay, so let's go into the paper, because you are presenting a paper. What is it about?
The paper is how to use Socratic dialogue, how to write academic papers with the help of generative AI. And when I wrote this paper, approximately 1 year from now, I was thinking it's a good joke.
Okay.
But unfortunately, as a reality, too many researchers in different fields don't think that it's a joke, and they try to do it, and they don't understand that the AI is just an extension of your brain, in a sense, to put or force you to work more effectively, but you can't know what you don't know.
Okay, so there's a lot of rubbish coming out, is that it?
You told it. You said it.
Okay. So during your research, were there any interesting things you found?
Actually, my paper is more like concept paper, but I can tell what I have found out while encouraging my students use generative AI, or while being a reviewer of papers written by AI.
Yeah.
So the first rule, as I told, is that you can speed up your thinking processes, but as you can't validate the data that comes from generative AI, you shouldn't use it.
Okay.
And also, it's like a small baby right now. So basically, whatever it tells, you should check it. And it's currently, how to say, it doesn't behave well.
Okay.
It tries every way to cheat on you.
Okay, so
But
it can help you speed up.
nature, yeah.
It can help you speed up, but you have to check everything it does. Is that
Yeah,
the conclusion?
and in the end of the day, you would feel that if I wouldn't use it, I would done my work 3 times quicker.
So in the end, it's not helpful at all.
It's helpful in a sense, as it is written in my paper, that you can have this Socratic dialogue, because if you know something as a professor or researcher, you don't think what are the questions behind of your knowledge. And generative AI requires you to think through, if I know something, how I would pose a question about it. And it's really useful for students.
Yeah, makes sense. So do you think the AI will improve in the coming 5 to 10 years, where this will be possible to be used for research papers?
I would say that maybe there will be a specific type of research papers that would disappear, for example, literature review, because if generative AI can generate state-of-art literature review in 7, 8 minutes, what's the point of writing papers about that?
That makes sense.
On the other hand, I would say that the generative AI is here to help not native speakers to write nice papers in English, for example.
Okay, that can be helpful.
Yes, because the generative AI can retell, can improve your grammar, your fluency, and also the readability of paper. So it's here to stay, but it's not to write instead of you.
Okay, so it's not the right answer for every question, but can be helpful.
Yeah, it's kind of a tool, and as my main research is embed this generative AI and the intelligence into the robot assistant, becoming teaching assistants of professors. So I would understand that I'm really worried when I can let the robot go to the lesson instead of me and giving normal answers to my students.
Okay. Makes sense. How have you found the conference so far?
I would say that it's really interesting because in my IT department of this Tallinn University, I'm kind of the only social research group. Yeah. And for me, it's still important to understand the interdisciplinarity. So I can't say that I go to all my colleagues' courses to learn deeper about machine learning or networks or communication. But while checking out these wonderful papers, I will learn myself. I have taken time
That's
for
awesome.
that. It's awesome. Yes.
Okay, a couple of rapid fire questions. What's an important skill for a researcher to have?
Importance of research at all.
No, what's an important skill to have as a researcher?
As a researcher, when we talk that we are a researcher in era of this generative AI and other supportive tools, I would say research ethics and research integrity.
Ethics and integrity.
Yes.
Awesome. Which industry will be most transformed by AI in the upcoming 5 years?
I would say this type of industry that produce something for healthcare and education, because especially in healthcare, as we have this aging population, we just don't have people to help people. So everything we produce, it has to be in accordance of what we can do right now, whether they are robots, whether they are algorithms, but we just don't have people.
So we just need to fill that up.
We just need to fill it up, and also industry has to collaborate now than even more with researchers, because yes, you can produce cool stuff,
Yeah.
but somebody has to show the evidence that the cool stuff is safe for people.
Makes sense. Artificial intelligence or human intelligence?
I would say that I like to think that human intelligence is still better, because I don't have to prompt myself. When I know something, then I just know, and I'm quicker.
Okay. AI consciousness, is it possible?
If it become possible, then we should give them AI rights like we have human rights. And from that on, they can have property, they can do everything. So then there's a question, where's the place for humanity?
Okay. What's a big motivation for you to do research?
It's so cool to do it.
Okay. Is there a book or a resource you'd recommend for people who are interested in your field?
I would say that these Springer collections are quite good to understand any topic you want to know interdisciplinary about social robotics or AI in robotics and so on, or also IT didactics. But I would suggest right now just to visit conferences, because waiting for the research paper coming out 1 year or even more, that's not sufficient. It's a light speed we are moving right now here in our research field. Just visit conferences like this one.
Excellent. And is there some good advice you ever received about doing research you would like to share?
My main supervisor, the professor from Austria, told me, Janika, even you think that you are, even if you feel that you are like a researcher when you're a PhD student, please understand that while you are a PhD student, you are learning to become a researcher, and all cool research starts after you have graduated. So please continue, don't do other things, please graduate and start becoming a researcher.
Excellent. Janika, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.